last roaches melt into his skin and scurry into his mouth.
When am I?
In New York City.
Not where, the year. You are wasting my time.
A blue jewel topping his cane glows. A blast of magic suddenly lifts him and pins him to the ceiling.
What happened to don't touch anything?
That's not very sporting of you, Balthazar.
Be quiet. It's not you. He's been like this for 1,000 years. I'll explain later. I need the Grimhold. Where's that doll?
Dave points to it. Horvath grabs his cane pinned beside him, and its jeweled top glows. As Balthazar reaches for the Grimhold, his enemy blasts him backwards. Horvath plummets, and Dave shields himself. The evil magician bewitches a wardrobe and smashes it into Balthazar, then reaches for the Grimhold. The good sorcerer crashes out and tackles him. Dave hides. The wizards grapple for the cane, which blasts a balcony. Dave picks up the sealed portion of the Grimhold. Its outermost doll now shows a man with a high forehead and long fingernails. As Balthazar struggles to shove Horvath's walking stick away from him, bulky rings on their right index fingers glow. So does the jewel atop the cane. A blast sends both men flying.
I'll have that doll.
Horvath enchants a sword and flings it toward Balthazar, who snaps the horn off a unicorn's skull and defends himself. As Horvath fences with his cane, the hovering sword mimics his movements across the room, fighting Balthazar. It disarms him and thrusts forward. Balthazar blocks it with an African mask. Balthazar shifts the sword and makes Horvath's cane whack him on the head. As Horvath topples over, a jar falls off a table and breaks on Dave's leg, dousing his pants in water. Balthazar conjures a bolt of glowing plasma in both hands and fires it at Horvath. Horvath bats it aside with his cane, then summons a flame from a fireplace into his hand. He hurls fireballs at Balthazar. Behind Horvath, Dave crawls toward the door, cradling the Grimhold. Horvath notices him.
I want that doll.
Balthazar tackles Horvath, who grabs Dave's leg and reels him closer. Balthazar opens the Han Dynasty urn.
Leave Dave! Leave now!
He seizes Horvath's wrist and sticks both of their arms into the urn. Their bodies turn to smoke and whisk inside it. The lid shuts. Dave rushes outside and hurls the Grimhold away.
David, stop that! Don't have these crazy wizard guys in there! They're made of roaches! No! Don't go in there! The store's on fire! Don't go in! Those guys are...
He follows his teacher into the store. They find everything back to normal.
crazy.
Dave looks around and notices the Han Dynasty urn standing upright.
You really shouldn't tell stories. Let's go.
His teacher steers him back outside.
Ew, he peed his pants! A jar broke! There's just water! There was a fire!
Becky frowns at him. Dave cries and hangs his head. Back in the shop, the lid sits tightly atop the urn. Beneath its tapered neck, warlike paintings adorn its bulbous body. Among the angry and fearful faces, a man with shaggy hair like Balthazar's grips the shoulder of a goateed man holding a cane aloft. Cut to black. Words appear. 10 years later to the day. An alarm clock reads 7 o'clock. A young man fumbles to turn it off, then finds a full-grown bulldog lying on his chest.
Good morning. What is that? Oh, right.
He turns off his wristwatch.
Good morning, beautiful.
He scratches the dog's ear. Later, his roommate tosses him a gift.
Hey, heads up. Oh, happy birthday. Thank you, Bennett. You're up early.
Professor Heiderman wants me to give a presentation to his Physics 101 class.
What, teaching long division to English majors?
I know, it's at the Peace Corps, but it's Heiderman's class.
Hey, bio nerds are getting drunk tonight. And we invited cheerleaders from Princeton.
Oh, so smart cheerleaders.
He takes socks from a bureau.
So